Alright guys, for today's iron and build, we're going to have a part A and part B of upper body horizontal push and pull movements. For our movements today, we're going to go into part A, which is a superset between close grip bench press and dumbbell bent over row. For part 2, part B, we're going to go into bench dips and barbell Pendlay row. So I'm going to go over everything that we are looking for in these movements, 4 points of performance, what to try to avoid, and what to try to do to get the most out of it. Alright, so for our close grip bench press, we're going to be a closer grip than usual. You can usually use the knurling and the smooth part here as a guideline. That's about 14 inches. You're going to want to be, some go with thumb distance apart, some go 10 to 12 inches. So get that, and then everything else from there stays the same as the bench press. You want your feet planted firmly into the ground. You want your shoulder blades back onto the bench. Chest is out nice and tall as we drive up. So we're going to have this closer grip here. So my normal bench grip is here. For this, we're going to go closer to the inside. So it's going to be a lighter load. For this workout, we're going to do a 3-second tempo on the way down. So 1, 2, 3, 1 second pause, 1 second up, 1 second gather at the top. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1. For that, you're going to have 10 to 12 reps. At that tempo, 3, 1, 1, 1. You're going to rest for 60 to 75 seconds afterwards. When you finish, you're going to go into your pulling movement, which is going to be your 3-point bent over row. Your 3 points are points of contact, foot, and hand. Onto the bench, you got that nice and flat back. And remember, we want to get length through our lat. And then sweep back towards our hip with our elbow to really engage that lat. So we'll go here, we'll sweep up, we'll control it on the way down, get nice and long, and then sweep it back up to the hip. You'll do 10 to 12 reps, you'll switch to the other arm, do 10 to 12 reps, and then you'll rest another 60 to 75 seconds before you go back to your post grip bench press. That's part A. You'll do 3 sets there. You'll rest a little while you get your equipment set up for part B, and then you'll go into part B not too long after. For part B, we are going to keep the same kind of setup. So we're still going to go B1, rest 60 to 75 seconds, B2, rest again, and then repeat for 3 sets. Remember, our movements are different this time though. We have instead our bench dips and our Pendlay row. So for our bench dips, we just want to get into a nice set position, a position where we can really get a good 90-degree flex out of our elbows here, because that's all a dip is, that's all that tricep work is getting into that flexion and extension of the elbow. So we're going to go hands shoulder width, right outside the hips, whichever. Feet firmly planted. If you want to make it easier, come here. If you want to make it harder, walk your feet out. We're going to lower at a 3-second. 1, 2, 3. Keeping that back close to the bench. And then drive up. And that's for every single rep at that 3-second tempo. And then drive up. And we're going to do that for 12 to 15 reps. So though that is a vertical push, we are still going to count it into today's horizontal push-pull. So that's part 1. Then I'm going to rest 60 to 75 seconds, and I'm going to go to my barbell that's down on the ground. So for my Pendlay row, we have the barbell from the ground, a little bit of a hip drive, and then we drive up. Our 3 seconds for this one, so you're going to want a lighter load. Our 3 seconds is going to be on the lowering phase. So lighter load here, feet firmly planted into the ground, got a nice solid base. Base here, back nice and flat. From this position, we're gonna drive that barbell up and then lower down. 1, 2, 3. Gather yourself to reset. Squeeze my back. Lower down. 1, 2, 3. So a lot of the movements today are about control. We're using a tempo for time under tension and control, but really using it to really have to flex and hold and work those muscles. So that'll be part B, 12 to 15 reps, rest, 12 to 15 reps, rest for 3 sets, and then after that, you are done. Remember to stretch out all of those muscles that you use, so go ahead and stretch out through your chest, through your triceps, through your back, through your biceps, and whatever else you need. And then I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Have a good workout.